It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from New Orleans as the Pelicans go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For Cleveland, they come in off a win in their last outing against Brooklyn, feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. Well, guys, so much of what Kevin Love can do on the floor doesn't even show up on the stat sheet. One thing you often hear people talk about is his ability to throw the outlet pass. Have you ever seen another player, well, I know I have, as good as he is on the outlet?
Well, you know, Wes Unseld is the first name you think of.
That was the one in my brain, too.
The godfather of big men, Bill Russell, defined what it meant to be a good outlet passer. But you know what's funny, Ernie? I can't outlet the ball like he does, and I'm the strongest guy to ever play the game.
You're the strongest man that ever played the game.
I don't know why I can't do it.
Why can't you do it?
I don't know.
Why not?
What makes you the strongest man that ever played the game?
Because I ripped down 15 backboards.
Okay, well, that makes you the strongest man that ever played the game.
And you can't throw a pass like that.
No, not the overhead one. He has one where he does it from the chest.
Yes.
I can't do that one.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
Okay.
Well,
maybe it's a weak upper body.
There it is.
Ernie, look at this chest.
I'll just say this. Wes Unseld, I agree with.
Thank you.
I'll take my shirt off right now.
No, please don't.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We're coming at you from beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, as the Pelicans prepare to take the court. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. For the Cavaliers, this is the last game before heading back to Cleveland. And, of course, Dwayne Wade. And with only a few games under his belt on the new team, he's been absolutely fantastic. The front office and coaching staff both seem elated at how he's fitting in.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Kevin, LeBron James does not mind being a vocal leader. He said conflict was just part of the game for me growing up. I played outdoors, and if you didn't win, you might not play again for the rest of the day. Now I'm the leader of this team, and I expect nothing less than greatness out of all of us. I'm going to hold everyone accountable, including myself. Kevin?
And that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. Just getting our feet wet here in the early season, but Doris, for the talented teams that aren't coming together yet, how long do you think before they have to make some adjustments?
Well, I certainly don't think you take any observation you've made in the first 20 of the games of the season and run with it. It's such a short span of time to evaluate. And again, you may be having players who are not 100% healthy or are not quite in NBA game shape yet because of whatever occurred in the offseason. So I would think decisions are not made in the NBA in terms of, okay, do we need to make a trade? Do we need to adjust starters versus those who are coming off the bench? What's our rotation? Who's getting what kind of minutes? I would certainly think the feeling out process is as long as 20 games. Listen, if you're a GM, you're always in observation mode, but I think in terms of decision making, boy, before 20 games, I don't think you know what you have.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. D-Wade out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Love in at the 5, down low. And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. It's a pick by Love. There's a screen. Outside Crowder. Lets the 3 fly. That shot off. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
You could see them trying to find some sort of rhythm on the offensive end, but the more they forced it, the less effective it was.
Thomas against Rondo. Kicks it to Crawford. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Back to Crawford. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Crawford's got 5 points so far. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. James kicks to Crowder. Will it go? Love. It's hauled in by Diallo.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
No good from Cousins.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
That was nice, guys. The determination, the toughness, not going to shy away from the boards.
Now Cousins. After Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. Shot good by Diallo.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
For Cleveland, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Let's start for them. Here's James. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Doris, one thing we've seen with LeBron, he's not shy putting pressure on the franchise when it comes to personnel decisions.
Right, Kev, this guy is very serious about winning championships. LeBron James expects support from ownership in terms of acquiring the right pieces, and he keeps his contract short with a purpose. That exerts leverage to be in position to win.
Free throw good, James. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. 2 Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary. And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Passes it to Wade. Over Holiday. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Pelicans leading by 9. Screen by Cousins. Crawford against LeBron. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Crawford.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
I think, Greg, they didn't let the crowd or the noise get to them, and they have to be happy with how they played and executed on the road in that one. You know, without a lot of shot blocking on the interior, the Cavs play a very conservative defensive style, a low rate of steals. They want to stay in front and prevent penetration.
Now, here's Wade. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
He was active all night on the defensive end as well. With all the steals he came away with, he had him totally rattled.
6 to shoot. The 11-footer. They get it back. Love. He feeds it to Wade. Thomas kicks to LeBron. Second chance shot, and he makes the bucket. Drew contact and gets the whistle, too.
I guess that's just superior strength by James. Even when the defense roughs him up, he's more than capable of playing through them. It's amazing.
And for the Cavs, some defensive regression from a top 10 defense in 2016 doors to a bottom 10 last year.
Yeah, it's hard to dispute the notion that their offense carried them. Now, some would attribute that to coasting in the regular season, but still, their aim was to win it all, and tough to do that if you don't defend at a high level.
Free throw good, LeBron.
You guys know LeBron James relishes every chance he gets from the foul line, and usually he'll knock them down.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Crawford. It's rebounded by Cleveland, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
And here's Rondo after Dwayne Wade hitting the three. Rondo passes to Diallo. Outside Rondo. The pass to Diallo. And Holiday has it in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers trail by 5. James with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. LeBron with that jam.
Get out of the way.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. And so it's New Orleans with it. The Cavaliers making the shot. There's a good screen. And it's Rondo penetrating. He used that pick to get in close.
It's underrated, but Rondo possesses terrific strength. Even when you get the contact, he has a way of being able to create and finish shots.
Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. One, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And two, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with him.
And that one falls for Rondo.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
That's a pick by Love. Outside Crowder. Pass to James. Over Crawford. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. James has got 9.
Well, LeBron's going to put in work from the mid-range if you start to give him that kind of space.
Rondo dishes to Holiday. Pass to Diallo. Screen by Cousins. Here's Crawford. Another shot, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
For New Orleans, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Thompson, he's checked in for Crowder.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
Now Rondo, after Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. That shot off. Good D by Thompson. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Floats it up for James. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. 11 points in the game.
Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
Here's Diallo. He's covered by Thompson. There's the screen. Here's Holiday. Love grabs the board. Love's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. James wide open. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Cavaliers.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And Cavaliers fans have to be pleased with what the team got in exchange for Kyrie Irving. An all-star in Isaiah Thomas, a two-way starter in Crowder, and some talent for the future. I think they did well.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for James. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. The Cavaliers trail by 6.
And the Cavs stuck to their guns in the trade negotiation. They wanted that 2018 draft pick, which is coming from the Nets. You never know what happens with LeBron this upcoming offseason. They got talent and depth to win now, but also a plan B if they need to rebuild.
Now here's Allen, following the miss by Derrick Rose. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, and the Pelicans, after making the playoffs in 2015, had some high expectations with superstar Anthony Davis, but last year was a bit of a disappointment, and it forced them to kind of pull the trigger and go out and land DeMarcus Cousins. So their fortunes now, I think, are going to be held by those 2 anchors on the front line.
Both free throws good from Hill. Greg, what would you say is the key for the Pelicans to get back in the playoff mix?
There's several. I think rebounding was a big problem. The trade for Cousins should help in that area, and every team needs more shooting. But I think in particular, this group does. And then first and foremost, look, you got to stay healthy. Hard to figure out what you have when you never get a chance to see it. Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Nice shot by Smith. Here's Clark. Allen outside. Clark kicks to Hill. Over Fry. Again missing Hill.
Well, the offense got him the ball in exactly the position they wanted. That's just better defense.
Outside Rose. Kept alive. Tries again. His 4th shot. His 4th miss. Still looking for his touch tonight.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Clark. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Shumpert passes to Smith. Goes back up. And it's finished off by Shumpert as he lays it in.
Yeah, that quick lift from Shumpert allows him to get a lot of free baskets like that one.
Here's Clark. Miller outside. Allen, a screen on Shumpert. 5 on the clock. There's a screen. Here's Hill. That one wide left.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, the determination there from Shumpert was something else. Took the foul, converts the basket. Beautiful.
And Iman Shumpert, the 17th overall pick by the New York Knicks back in 2011.
Well, Kev, this guy has played steady minutes throughout his career because he's an athletic, aggressive defender. He's a guy who's had some tough luck with injuries, but he can help you in that wing rotation.
Free throw, no good from Shumpert. Doris, you were born in New York, became the first female analyst to ever call a Knicks game. Talk about the emotions that night, having traveled that incredible journey.
You know, Kev, it was both magical and nerve-wracking. You know, I grew up a Knicks fan when there was a healthy Bernard King, and the league had absolutely nothing for him when he was doing work on the low post. Hubie Brown was an idol of mine, but it was also nerve-wracking to be the first woman to sit in Clyde Frazier's seat. It was sort of awe-inspiring and a ton of fun.
Here's Hill following the score by Cleveland. And it's a Jensen missing.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Rose kicks to Thompson. Feeds it to Shumpert. The dish to Fry. For a Jensen. And the shot no good, a bit short. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Clark. He's covered by Rose. The feed to Allen. Tries to snap the cold streak. The shot no good. Shumpert with some nice D. The Cavaliers shooting just 35% to start the game. Smith dishes to Rose. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
You know, Kev, because of his toughness, Rose does this with regularity, converts inside against duress. And for Derrick Rose, listen, he proved last season that he can still be an impact player on the offensive end. The guy averaged 18 points a game, his most since he missed all of the 2013 season. He's confident with the ball in his hand. He's a consistent source of scoring.
And for Rose in his offense, he isn't the same player he was, Doris, before his injuries, but he has adjusted his offensive game quite nicely in what he can now.
Right, because Rose has started to play a lot closer to the rim the last few seasons, and that's helped his scoring efficiency. He doesn't take near the volume of three-pointers he once did.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Pelicans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That one is off. And LeBron outspoken last season about the Cavs, Doris, need for more playmakers.
Well, Kev, at the time, there were only 2 players, Kyrie and LeBron, who were averaging at least 2 assists. To give you a point of comparison, the Warriors had 7 players do that. So there was a ton of pressure on LeBron and Kyrie to make that offense hum.
Well, Cavs coach Tyronn Lue grew up in the small town of Mexico, Missouri. He saw it all at a young age, good and bad.
Now here's Rose. A 20-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated, trying to get a way to stop him.
Hill. Again missing Hill.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, you love the determination. It seems like every rebound is theirs for the taking. They are overwhelming the opposition.
Darius Miller out there with Solomon Hill. Then there's Ian Clark. Then there's Allen. And it's Ajinça in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Jay Crowder's checked in for Tristan Thompson.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one misses. You know, Doris, when it comes to leadership, there are so many different ways to do it, different ways of leading among the players who are some of the more vocal leaders out there. Who do you have circled?
You know, I think leadership sometimes, Kevin, requires that you make your teammates uncomfortable, and that's not always easy to do. So the two guys that come to mind for me are both Chris Paul and LeBron James. One, they're going to hold themselves to an incredibly high standard. And unless you're willing to do that, it's hard to bring everybody with you. So in terms of leadership, the guys I like watching the most right now in the current NBA are both Chris Paul and LeBron James.
Great examples. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball.
I'll tell you, good things always come when you've got players who work hard for second chance opportunities.
Rose kicks to Fry. Here's Crowder. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Miller, the pass to Ajinça. And it's Miller penetrating and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Cavaliers leading. Here's Shumpert. Excellent D there from Hill.
Boy, great job protecting the rim and turning an easy layup into a missed opportunity.
Here's Miller, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Diallo comes in for Solomon Hill. Drew Holiday's checked in for Allen. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ian Clark. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Love's checked in for Fry. James comes in for Smith. Wade's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Rose. That one drops. He ties it up. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Wade dishes to LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
It doesn't come as any surprise so far in this game that LeBron's stamp is all over it. Simply a dominant player.
There's the pick. Here's Miller. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Cavaliers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Thomas, no luck.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. He dishes it to Holiday. over Wade. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. James with the ball. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Now, here is Miller. Screen by Cousins. A shot by Rondo is no good.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Jordan Crawford's checked in for the Pelicans. Outside Thomas. On the wing, James. Over Crawford. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Pelicans trail. Rondo kicks to Diallo. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Diallo's got 6.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Well, Cleveland shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Thomas passes to Love. Thomas sets a screen for Love. And here's LeBron outside. Another miss by James. For New Orleans, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Wade. The step back jumper is good. Wade's got his second basket of the game.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
And Holiday kicks to Diallo. They set the pick. Up off the screen. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And just the rugged nature of Cousins getting into the body there offensively.
And so here's Cleveland. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Outside Crowder. He kicks it to Wade. Back to Crowder from the arc. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's Crawford on the wing. Dishes it to Rondo. Holiday sets the pick for Rondo. Kicks it to Cousins. Over Love. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Rondo. Cousins has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
James dishes to Love. They set the pick. Back to James. Shot clock at 5. The shot by Wade, wide open. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. And here are the Pelicans now. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest 2 guards to ever play. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
LeBron kicks to Crowder. That's a pick by Love. They set the screen. Passes to James. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
Now here's Rondo. He feeds it to Holiday. The pass to Diallo. Shoots over Crowder, and the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's foul number 2 for him. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Thomas kicks to Wade. And here's Crowder. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in, and Holiday kicks to Crawford. LeBron with the block.
He was tracking that shot the whole way. No chance LeBron was letting that get to the rim.
And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
There's the pick. Cousins, the pass to Diallo. Lets it go from the wing. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And the rejection by Cousins.
When he puts everything he has into his defense, Cousins can be a force. Big, strong, and smart. Of course, he's going to block his share of shots when he's committed.
That's all about the positioning right there. Doesn't let anybody beat him to the spot before he can get the follow-up.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 9 at the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Diallo. Doris, you've watched the game of basketball develop over the years, but it seems like over the past 5 seasons, there's been a real shift in what is considered a good shot. Talk about that.
Well, there was a moment in last year's finals where Steph Curry is leading a transition opportunity where it's a 3-on-2, and normally you're taught, go get a layup. Well, Steph had Kevin Durant in front of him, and instead of passing to KD, he stops and shoots a pull-up 3. The three-pointer and playing with pace are the most extreme differences in this year's NBA.
The pull-up 3 really took a lot of focus, I thought, this past playoff season, didn't you?
Oh, I agree. And it's incredible the freedom that these guys have to go ahead and pull the trigger. Now, whether that's analytics-based, Kevin, or whether it's just the skill level changing of the players, that's an interesting question.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Love with the screen for Thomas. And it's Wade in the corner. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. 8 points for Wade.
Isn't this what we've come to expect the great point guards to do? Thomas effective spotting his teammates when they're open.
Rondo kicks to Holiday. Thompson with the rebound.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Here's James. Offensive rebound.
That's just sheer determination on the offensive glass, beating everyone to the spot for the tip-in.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Cousins. Hill comes in for Diallo. Tony Allen's checked in for Drew Holiday. And Ian Clark subbed in for Rajon Rondo. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for LeBron. Shumpert is checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in for Thomas.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
For New Orleans, they have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Allen.
Yeah, and Allen, just an incredible defender, has a grit and grind mentality and uses his speed and strong hands to just annoy offensive players.
And Allen drops them both.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Outside Rose. Thompson sets the pick for Rose. Over Clark. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers on Derrick Rose. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
Pelicans leading by 8. Clark kicks to Ajinça. Hill inside, guarded by Fry. And Thompson sends it back.
Oh, the former Longhorn Thompson really elevating for the rejection. Love the energy, guys.
It's good. Fry's got his first basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
In the corner, it's Crawford. Over Smith. Stolen by Thompson.
And Smith needs to continue to work on improving his shot from the free throw line.
Well, I'll tell you, for a long time, the reputation of J.R. Smith, not ideal. But, you know, a little bit of poor decision-making, unfocused defensively. He's really matured. He's gotten better on and off the court.
Free throw drops for Smith. J.R. Smith hits them both. New Orleans leading by 4. Here's Clark. Pick up by Hill. Here's Crawford. And Thompson sends it back. Right side Shumpert. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Shumpert's got 9. And J.R. Smith, a natural offensive. But Doris's defense has come a long way, too.
Amazing what winning titles can do. You start to appreciate what it takes to be successful. And you go back to his offense, though. A very good three-point shooter, even under great defensive pressure.
They get it back. And it's Ajinça missing.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now here's Rose. He has 5. And that one drops.
Well, that's about effort, carving space for the interior look. And one attribute we'll always talk about with Rose is the heart that he plays with.
There's the pick. Here's Hill. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's called on Channing Frye. The Pelicans have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
first free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Shumpert dishes to Smith. Just 3 on the clock. And there's Rose on the assist by Smith. And that's now 9 points for Derrick Rose. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Cavaliers ahead. Ending the second quarter on a 15-5 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well. The Pelicans trail. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. Thomas is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Love in at the 5. And the basket by Thomas. Thomas got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Cavs.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Holiday kicks to Cousins. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And in 2015, Cousins added that three-pointer to his game. Now he can do it all offensively. Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Rondo kicks to Crawford. Back to Rondo. Pass to Diallo. 6 on the shot clock. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got the game tied up here for New Orleans.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
Now let's take a look at DeMarcus Cousins' numbers. Great showing for him last season. 7th in scoring, 9th in rebounding, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And back to his points per game average last year. He literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Crawford drives in, and the rejection by James. Floats it up for James.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Holiday kicks to Diallo. To the paint and stolen by Love. Here's Crowder. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Holiday kicks to Crawford. Pass to Rondo. Cousins with a screen on Love. Here's Diallo. He's guarded by Love. 4 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Isaiah Thomas third.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Wade kicks to James. At the tip, James on the follow. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And Holiday kicks to Diallo. The 11-footer. And the shot is long. Cleveland leading by 6. Here's Crowder. A second chance effort. And it's good on the way in. Crowder's got 6.
We saw stellar defense in that first half. It hasn't been close here in the second.
Screen by Cousins. It's Crawford with the drive. Holiday against Wade. Rondo kicks to Holiday. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game. Now LeBron. He's got 18. Feeds it to Love. And it's Wade in the corner. Lets the 3 fly. They get the rebound. Thomas. And the rejection by Cousins. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Thomas gets a wide open look. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Yeah, they have dialed it up a notch here, really battling to extend this run.
Holiday, the pass to Crawford. They set the pick. Cousins, no one around him, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
And with great players, you've got to pick your poison. You'll live with Cousins shooting from mid-range.
Thomas kicks to James. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Cousins has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. They get it back, and he goes in for the dunk.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
He's so very quick to convert off the miss, and usually with authority.
Here's Thomas. It's a pick by Love. Thomas with the ball. James right side. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the 13-footer. James has got 6 here in this quarter.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Kicks it out to Crawford. Screen by Cousins. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Crawford. Outside Thomas. In the corner, it's James. The dish to Wade. Cleveland moving it around. Thomas, no good.
Boy, with that much space around him, maybe he's better off attacking the basket than settling for the jumper.
Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. And just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
And that one misses.
Well, free throw shooting is a constant cause of concern for them, and today that concern has been front and center.
Some changes for New Orleans. Hill, he's checked in for Diallo. Darius Miller comes in for Drew Holiday. And Ian Clark subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Iman Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers. Rose comes in for Isaiah Thomas. And the second free throw, good. For Cleveland, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Here's Rose. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rose has got 11.
When you come off the screen that hard and that fast, so difficult to stay with Derrick Rose.
Hill kicks to Cousins. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And that's 13 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now the feed to Rose. Up again, and Love with his second chance points.
Boy, how do you like the determination from Love right there? You have to put a body on this guy whenever a shot goes up.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Rose. Cousins dishes to Clark. Miller kicks to Crawford. Rejected by Crowder.
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you love to see him get high for these rejections.
And the first one at the line is good. New Orleans making some changes here. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Cousins. And Allen subbed in for Jordan Crawford. And then for Cleveland, Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Fry comes in for Jay Crowder. And Smith subbed in for James. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Left side, Shumpert. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last. New Orleans gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Clark. And Hill has it in the corner. He nails it, and we're tied up. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're willing to give him that shot, and he takes advantage of it.
Rose passes to Fry. He dishes it to Smith. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ajinça's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The drive by Hill. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Hill's got 10.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Dishes it to Thompson. Hill with some nice D. New Orleans has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Allen kicks to Clark. And Thompson sends it back. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Pass to Shumpert. There's the pick. He kicks to Thompson. It's stolen by Hill. And there's the pass to Clark. To the middle. Hill, no good.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
New Orleans has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Miller kicks to Hill. He feeds it to Ajinça. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Miller. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Cavaliers.
And guys, really the story for him has been his struggles from mid-range. I mean, some of them have been rushed. Others were just tightly contested. But he has to be a lot smarter on when to pull up or when to look for a teammate going forward in terms of winning this game.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Thompson dishes to Rose. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Pelicans shooting from the field. 44%, not bad. Here's Clark. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That one is off. And he sinks the second. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's the screen. A floater. Rose, no good.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Allen kicks to Clark. No good on the 3.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Shumpert in the corner. Back to Smith. Misses from short range. New Orleans leading by 5. Here's Clark. 5 points in the game. And here is Hill. Fades away. Kicks it out to Allen. Here's Clark. Guarded by Shumpert. Second chance shot. And that one's good by Clark. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Rose passes to Smith. They set the pick. Kicks it to Fry. Pass to Smith to stop the run. Drills the 3-pointer. Smith's got 7 points.
Boy, you really have to like the control of Shumpert there. Lets the play develop and made the pass for an easy hoop. Nice.
Clark dishes to Allen. Back to Clark. It's Allen on the wing. Out left of the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Miller, and the layup's good off the glass. He has 5.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%. They've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Screen by Smith. Rose kicks to Thompson. Over Ajinça. Hits the front of the rim and out. Pelicans leading by 6. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Clark kicks to Allen. Pass to Ajinça. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Ajinça's got his second basket of the night.
Well, mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Here's Rose. Off the mark from 16 feet out. The third quarter comes to a close. New Orleans on top, up by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
All right, guys, remember what we said now. Hey, play our basketball. We've been doing a great job, so let's keep it up, okay? Let's go now.
Alvin Gentry has found an identity that's working, and that makes everything a lot easier on both ends.
And collectively, you really need to remember what that feels like so you can recapture it if and when things start to get a little shaky. You want to be able to trust in who you are.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Diallo out there with Miller. Then there's Allen. Then it's Alexis Ajinça, and it's Clark in at the 1 spot. That's the Pelicans 5. Miller outside. Launches a 3. No good on that one. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Here's Smith. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
You guys know that's the kind of play that can get J.R. Smith absolutely taking over for a stretch of the game.
New Orleans making some changes here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Holiday comes in for Darius Miller. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Ian Clark. Then for the Cavaliers, Jay Crowder comes in for Channing Frye. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Derrick Rose.
One shot.
New Orleans in the lead. Now here is Holiday. Here's Rondo. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And although not the biggest guy, you gotta love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Here's Smith. And the rejection by Cousins. Allen kicks to Cousins. Outside for Rondo. Here's Diallo. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
The screen from Thompson. Outside Crowder. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. Over Holiday. Off the left rim and out. New Orleans leading by 6. Cousins with a screen on Wade. No good from Cousins. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Smith. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, guys, I'm not sure Smith gets enough credit for how well he uses his body inside. Earned his trip to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
first free throw is good. Jordan Crawford's checked in for Tony Allen. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Love's checked in. Smith hits them both. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And Holiday kicks to Diallo. Back to Holiday. That shot no good. Good D by Wade. Smith the pass to Thomas. Back to Smith. Cleveland moving it around. Smith on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. Wade dishes to Thomas. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. Thomas got 9 points here in the second half.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Screen by Cousins. Over Love. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Love.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins. But he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
That free throw good from Cousins. And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with a team who's committed to him.
Love. And Love with his second chance points.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Rondo kicks to Crawford. They set the screen. Cousins. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And the Pelicans lead by 4. Rondo against Thomas. James left side. Over Crawford. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And that's now 22 points for LeBron.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Snatched up. Here's Thomas. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
He had played mistake-free basketball until that one. His first turnover of the night.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Holiday against Love. Holiday the pass to Crawford. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
And Cousins makes scoring look effortless. A super talented center who quickly can fill it up.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. James outside. Love with the screen for LeBron. And again, LeBron missing.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Rondo kicks to Diallo. Feeds to Holiday. Here's Cousins. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Yeah, dynamic finish by Cousins. Not a freak athlete, but he's a gamer for sure.
Cousins, no good on the free throw.
Yeah, and Cousins, with his physical style, always among the league leaders in free throws.
From deep, Thomas, good on the triple. Thomas got 12 points in just the second half.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical junction.
And Holiday kicks to Crawford. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, Kev, they wouldn't object if all their looks were that close.
There's the pick. Thomas against Crawford. Lets it go from 11. A nice shot by LeBron. James has got 24.
Yeah, the easy lift on the jumper by LeBron. That's really hard to defend, guys.
It's Crawford on the wing. He's guarded by Love. Rondo against Thomas. A baseline J. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively. I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
Holiday dishes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Wade outside. Now the dish to James. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. LeBron's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
Don't you love seeing this guy rise to the occasion, going right at the defense and getting it done in the clutch?
Diallo the pass to Holiday. 7-foot shot. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Love with the screen on Holiday. Here's Wade. That one rolling around and rims out.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
That free throw good from Diallo. Both shots good from the stripe. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry said to his team. He wanted his guys to stay intense. He said, if any of you think this game's over, you're wrong, and you can sit next to me. We've still got a lot of work to do. No let-ups at the defensive end of the floor. Back to you, Kevin.
And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Rondo's running, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
Outside Crowder. LeBron James on the wing. Love outside. Love with the screen for Crowder. Outside for Thomas. And it's off the back rim. No good. New Orleans leading by 9. Outside Rondo. There's the feed to Crawford. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's LeBron. And another miss by Cleveland.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Holiday with the 3. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And that's now 17 points for Drew Holiday. Crawford against LeBron. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Boy, what growth from LeBron James since he entered the league with his ability to consistently knock down the jumper.
Rondo kicks to Crawford. Back to Rondo. Pass to Diallo. He dishes it to Cousins. Shoots over Crowder. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Thomas has it in the corner. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Cousins has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Rondo against Thomas. Over to the left wing. Cousins with it, working on Love. There's Diallo. And it's off from 3-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 12. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Jay Crowder, one of the bigger pieces in the trade that brought him to Cleveland, always seemed to be the odd man out with the revamped roster in Boston. But he's got some strength and length on that wing. Also, some toughness and depth.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Crowder.
And for the Cavs, getting Crowder in the deal was a big part of why they went with it. He's helped fill a couple of holes Cleveland had, and he's also on a friendly contract, so he'll be a part of this team down the road.
And both free throws good from Crowder.
And Kevin, let's not forget, Jay Crowder is a former second-round draft pick. This guy has made his bones in the NBA by adding toughness to every team he's played on.
The first one falls.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
And he makes both free throws.
And when you look at the Pelicans, you got to expect for them to be one of the top defensive teams in the league. You've got the Twin Towers down low, and Drew Holiday is in the top handful, I think, of defensive point guards in the league.
Here's LeBron on the money from 12 feet away. James has got 30 points.
Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for New Orleans.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for DeMarcus Cousins.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Thomas, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Andrew Holiday at 6'4", great size for the point guard position.
And his height enables him to cover shooting guards. At the same time, he does a great job of keeping smaller players in front of him.
Crawford outside. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Well, it's not looking good at this point.
You know, it just doesn't seem like they have enough time to get back into this one, and it has to be disappointing.
James, no good. Now Rondo. Outside Holiday. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. Congrats on the win. We know how intense you are on the floor, but it looked like tonight maybe you're having a little fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
Well, it's a good look for you, man. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.